The Princeton Perspective Project was launched in November of 2014, after students and administrators expressed a desire, a need really, for official acknowledgement of the damage that effortless perfection can do and has done on Princeton's campus. Effortless perfection is the sense that your peers can achieve success without much effort, and that you should be able to do the same. We collected video and written testimonials from current students and alumni, and have shared them with the Princeton community on our website.
Everyone else seems to get it and to have it down. They're getting, a 3.6 math science GPA, and I'm like, I can't get that.
The people who are successful in things are the ones that we see. Those are the ones who get to be on stage or in Arch Sings or in dance shows.
We all deal with the same pressure of appearing a certain way and assuming that people see us a certain way and feeling that we don't live up to those expectations.
Our hope is that these stories will help you realize that we all experience struggles, and that's okay.
Hey, my name is Adam Mastriani. I'm a senior psychology major, and I guess my main extracurriculars are doing quickfire improv comedy and All Nighter, which is a late night talk show. My freshman year, that wasn't true. I came here, and during that week when you audition for everything, I auditioned for maybe 7 a cappella groups, and I got into none of them. Some of them come to your door and tell you that you didn't get in. So this was kind of my story for a full week, that people were coming to my door and saying, nope, this isn't going to be the person that you are for the next 4 years. And I think the most disappointing one was that I wanted to be an actor for Triangle. When I came here, that was one of the 3 things I really, really wanted to do. I got the call back and then got the email that said, sorry, thank you so much for coming out, but we can't offer you a place in the cast this year. And when I got that, I kind of sat there for a second and realized, okay, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be that person for the rest of my Princeton career, and it felt like a part of my identity had kind of been shut off from me. How I dealt with it was continuing to go out and continue to try these things. Another thing that made it much easier to cope with rejection, especially early on, is knowing how many other people were experiencing the same thing. So, I had roommates who were also auditioning for things. And you really don't understand on this campus how many people are out there trying and failing in some capacity. That's because the people who are successful in things are the ones that we see. Those are the ones who get to be on stage or in Arch Sings or in dance shows or in whatever. But you don't know that person might have auditioned for 10 things and this is the one that worked out. That's certainly true for me. So eventually I did find my place. I became part of an improv group. I ended up writing for Triangle, which turned out to be really what I wanted to do the whole time. The challenge then became, after I felt like I had found my place, like I had found these groups, that eventually I felt like I was being defined by them, that I was only worthwhile because I was part of these things. I was, a public person on campus. That's kind of what made me a cool person. And so I think what I've continued to struggle with, in more recent years is the idea that, I have something that's worthwhile about me that's apart from just the fact that I, get to perform on stage in front of people, or because I've had these groups say that, yes, you are a person that we want. I guess the reason why I'm telling all this is because I think people deserve to have an accurate picture of the way things work at this university. People deserve to know that that there's more failure going on than you can tell just from looking at other people. That people seem perfect and successful because when you succeed, that's when you get to have that kind of public image. But you don't know if that person tried 10 other things before they got there. And you don't know if the person next to you in Precept or the person, you pass by in Frist was the person who got turned down by the thing that you got into, or got into the thing that you got turned down by. And I think people deserve to know that those distinctions don't really matter. That ultimately, I mean, I'm a graduating senior. When I walk out of Fitz-Randolph Gate, it's not going to matter if I was a member of a group or not. I think what will matter more is that I met people who care about me as a person, with or without those things. I think ultimately that's what I'm most thankful for, and that's what I think supported me, no matter how other things turned out.
Hi everyone, my name is Bernice. So I studied anthropology and global health policy here at Princeton, and I overextended myself in activities, but I guess some of my most impactful activities was being part of the RCA Corps at Butler College, and also serving on the Student Global AIDS campaign on campus, and some of the volunteer activities I did throughout the Princeton community. I kind of came into Princeton feeling like, yes, like maybe like this is something that I can do. I think I have this. I did a pre-orientation trip. I came in and I had friends, and I just felt very on top of the world. But I think I've had some experiences that really jarred me, and that really took me away from the things that I kind of fell on as crutches, or I fell on as things to hold me up. Because I realized that I invested a lot of my self-worth, and I invested a lot of what I thought made me important and what made me special in primarily what other people said about me and what other people told me. One early experience I had was coming into Princeton. I knew I was extremely, extremely passionate about the issue of HIV and AIDS, and I'd done a lot of activities. I'd done so many things for that cause. So I came in, I joined a group that worked with it, but very early experience, early in my freshman year, I applied to go on a breakout trip dealing with the issue, and I remember I was like rejected from it. And granted, it's a small thing. It's not, now it's inconsequential, right? Like I've had so many other experiences that are great. Now as a senior, I can look back and say, okay, like that wasn't that bad. But at that time, I questioned everything about who I was. I was like, wow. Like I thought, like, if anybody could do something, like if anybody thought that Bernice was good at something, this is what I was good at, and I got a rejection from it. Albeit a small one, but to me, that was indicative that whatever strengths I thought I had were going to be called into question in this place. Like anything that I thought that was special about me when I came to Princeton, there was always going to be someone better than me. There was always going to be somebody smarter than me, someone who had a better resume, who had something more impressive going on about themselves. And therefore, I came here and I was like, well, you had a good run, but now now you're just not the best. But interestingly, it was actually in those moments that, one, I found other strengths of mine that I wouldn't have otherwise explored. And two, I started looking at life and my activities and my ambitions very differently at Princeton, because I had come in thinking I have to be the best at something. I have to have a story. I have to be the girl that people go to for XYZ. And so I was striving to be the best. I was striving to be validated by other people. I was striving to gain prestige and to gain just admiration, honestly. And it was not until I stopped doing that. Like I said, I don't want to do things so that people can be impressed by me. I don't want to do things so that people people envy how well I'm doing. I don't want to do things so that I seem like I'm always glowing and I'm always doing the best and most exciting things. Like I'm actually just going to dedicate my time to the things that I want to dedicate my time to. That's when I was able to excel. That's when I was able to be happy in what I was doing, because what I realized is how you spend your time is all about your attitude about it, and it's about the amount of ambition that you put in. Life is so much better here whenever you find something that when you're in that activity or when you're spending your time doing that, that's where you feel happy, regardless of whether it's the coolest thing to do, or regardless of whether it's impressive, whether it's the best internship or it's the best study abroad, whatever the case is, like whether it's impressive or not, if like you're happy in it, people will see that.
Here comes the sun.